So boys, Ludo here with the Enhancement Shaman PvP guide. One of my favorite classes in the game, specs, I guess. And let's get started. So, first things first, race. Which race are we picking? So we have pretty good choices for Enhancement Shaman. But as I say always, you know, race is, for most classes, not a huge deal. It's just a minimal difference. But if you want to pick the best one, what do we have? For the most offensive options, on the Horde side, it's going to be the Orc. Blood Fury, very nice. Especially if you're playing Stormbringer, goes in line with your Ascendants. Now, if you're playing Totemic, it's going to line up on the second go, right? On the first and the third go, I mean, right? So every 2 goes. Very nice. Plus, we get the stun reduction, and we know that Shaman is pretty weak in the stun locks. For example, Sub-Rogue, which can kill us. So Orc is very, very good. Now, for defensive option, we have High Mountain Tarren. You have some passive damage mitigation, and that's it. I mean, Bull Rush is cool ability, but, you know, we don't need that much mobility because we're kind of mobile. So those will be top 2 choices on the Horde side. Now, on the Alliance side, we have, for top 2 choices, Dark Iron Dwarf, very strong ratio, kind of like a Blood Fury, but removes, you know, stuff at the same time. So it's even a little bit stronger than the Blood Fury. The only thing is we're missing that stun reduction. So that would be the best option for the Alliance. And for the defensive option for Alliance would be like a Dwarf. Stone Skin, pretty solid, a little damage reduction, not too bad. So yeah, just hard to say which one is the best, you know, it's just, they're all very, very, very close. Whichever you pick, you picked right? So those will be the top 4. Just depends on the situation, and well, you can't change a race depending on situation, right? Okay, now, the stats. Let me get to the dummy. So, the first priority will be versatility, definitely, no question about it. Then we'll have haste. After that, we will have mastery, and then we'll have crit. Crit is the last. We'll try to avoid it as much as possible. Mastery is good, it does damage, but haste is even better because Shaman is always global locked. Like, there's literally no time in rotation where you have nothing to click. So getting high haste, very, very good. Now, versatility. We're going versatility at the top because the point is we want to be durable, right? We want to be durable. We'll be focused very, very often. We'll be the focus very often. And, you know, damage mitigation helps in nicely. Plus, helps our heals, right? We heal, self-heal a little bit more. So yeah, that's why we are running Verse. Now, don't look at my stats. I'm trying to play both Elemental and Enhancement right now. My Verse is super low. I wouldn't recommend going this low. I have a little bit too much haste. I wish I had a little bit less mastery as well. So my recommendation would be 25% Verse. Okay. And above 20% haste. Like, I would change these 3% to the Verse here. Okay, if I wanted to min-max. But we don't have purple gear yet, so, you know, no big deal. Once we are full Conquest uncapped, then we'll see it. So, at least 25% Verse, at least 20% haste. You can put rest into mastery, or you can go even higher Verse and haste, okay? But those would be my minimal, let's say, milestones, right? Now, for the gear, we have a 2 set, which is looking pretty damn good. It's looking pretty damn good, and we'll be definitely running it. Now, 4 set is looking weak. We're not pressing Crash Lightning a lot, like rarely. We'll get to that, but we're pressing it rarely. So 2 set we're definitely going. 4 set I would not recommend. You can try it out, but I'll probably try it out just when Conquest uncaps, but now I will not be running it, okay? Now I won't, but in future I can just experiment with it a little bit, so we'll see. Now, which 2 set? We will be running the head, okay? And actually will be running the chest 100%. Now the question is, will we run the head or the shoulders? The shoulders give a little bit of crit, okay, but here we get a lot of mastery and just a little bit of haste, so we are losing a lot of versatility here. This is why I'm low verse. If I went with the shoulders, I would have a little bit of crit and more verse, because well, the head will be perfect stats. Now it's kind of messed up because of, instead of verse, I have mastery, so that's kind of killing my tankiness here. So which option is the best? I don't know. I'll be trying out both once the conquest uncaps. I'll try with the shoulders, I'll try with the head, see what I like more. Chest for sure though, okay? So, and if you look at the top of the ladder, it's kind of split again, right, you know? Some guys are running shoulder tier, some guys are running helm tier. So, just pick the one that, you know, gives you more logic. Is it gonna be a big difference? No. But if you're gonna run head, you'll need to invest more into versatility in, you know, other pieces. And if you're running shoulders, you will have to, you know, you can put more into haste. So hopefully you got what I tried to say here. Now for embellishments, I'm running 2 pieces of Arcano Vive Insight. In my opinion, those are the best at the moment. Devouring Banding is not bad either, so that one is viable as well. If you wanna run that, it's like 20 times cheaper, so if you're short on gold, you can run with that, then you can switch maybe to this. For enchantments, now, we will be either running leeching or speed on head, shoulders and feet. Now, which one are we running? I'm probably gonna be running speed. I don't know why I bought leech, because I'll be playing elemental as well. So yeah, leech speed will be better for sure, especially if we're playing both. Now, if you're playing enhancement, I think it's like 50-50. Both are fine. You know, it just depends on the situation. Are you playing against double melee? Boom, leeching is gonna be better. Are you playing against the caster? Speed is gonna be better. You know, so you can't say which one is better. Just depending on the situation. It's not like you're gonna change. You're gonna buy 2 helms and just, you know, exchange them depending on the situation. But, you know, in the future, if you want to do that, you can do that. So buy either one of those 2, right? Leech or speed on these 3 pieces. Now for the chest and for the legs, we'll be running agility, right? For the weapons, I'm running, you can see which one I'm running. This one is for agility as well, right? Now we have option for mastery, for haste, for verse on the weapons as well. I think those are fine too, but I'm gonna try it with this. Now if this, if I feel I'm squishy, I might actually buy an enchant weapon for versatility or for haste. So, but I'll start with this. I think this one is currently the best, but once we are full gear, I might change it to versatility if I'm feeling squishy and if I'm, you know, going for higher ranks, okay? So it just depends how high you want to go, because the higher you go, the more tanky you need to be, okay? Now, except that, I'm running a on-use trinket. I kind of prefer it. You don't have to. It's completely fine to run the, you know, this one. But I'm currently experimenting with this and I'm liking it, okay? Now for the ring enchants, we'll be running, I bought haste, but I would definitely suggest to go versatility because super low in verse. So go with the verse one. Now for the gems again, go verse haste, not haste verse like I did, because you'll be squishy. So go verse plus haste and you'll be good to go, okay? For example, this one, right? Verse plus haste. You can see that here. This gem, right? It's called Flawless Quick Lapis. So those would be the one I recommend, and you'll be running one of the Enduring Heliotropes. Okay? So I think that covers the gear, guys. Now, important thing. Hero talent tree. What are we running? Totemic or Stormbringer? Last season we were all running Stormbringer, right? And this season actually Totemic is feels so good. It just feels so good, and I'm enjoying it so much. I would definitely recommend Totemic, but Stormbringer is completely fine. It's definitely viable. It's way easier if you are newer to Enhancement Shaman. If you're newer, I would recommend Stormbringer. If you're advanced, I would recommend Totemic. Okay? Totemic has more potential, it has higher skill cap, but Stormbringer is easier to get into, it's easier to understand, it pumps hard as well, the only difference is Stormbringer pumps every 2 minutes, harder, and Totemic pumps every minute, a little bit less hard, and you know, you can be kited. Compared to Stormbringer, you are kind of ranged. With Totemic, you can be kited. So definitely Totemic is the harder to play, but better to master, right? So we'll be going through both of the builds, so no worries. We'll be starting with Totemic, okay? So left tree, right tree, mid tree, PvP talents, and then I'll finish it with the Stormbringer. Let's get going. So in the left tree I removed some talents that I think are optional. Everything else is kinda mandatory or essential. And let's go through every talent, break it down, and let's see what's bad, what's good, right? So, well, Avalanche you obviously kinda need. Chain Heal we need to go in the lower tree. Now, Chain Lightning is obviously just for PvE, but it's good if you wanna go to Frost Shock, okay? So this is your first choice. Are you gonna commit 2 points? Because we wanna go Nature's Guardian, obviously. We have 2 ways. Go Chain Lightning into Frost Shock, which is gonna give us a slow, which is, you know, nice to have, a very short cooldown slow. Or we are just gonna go 1 node here to unlock the Nature's Guardian, okay? But I usually, like, at the start I was doing this, and I was like, let me try this out, and it's completely fine. So, this is what we are running, 90%, 99% of the time. And now this can work well, maybe in BGs, stuff like that. Maybe in 1v1, right? Completely good talent, but for arenas, we'll be running this, okay? Boom, now we unlocked this node. 3% damage on Fire and Frost. We're doing a lot of Fire and Frost damage on the, especially Fire, on the Totemic, so we'll be running this. This is actually a nice talent, but we have better options, okay? We have better options. Earth Shield, this just buffs the Earth Shield, very nice, we'll be running this. Now we have a first choice node. Spirit Walk, removing, you know, everything that's slowing us down, rooting us, snares, right? Very good, but it's 1 minute cooldown, so. Gust of Wind is a pretty cool ability. I'm personally running this. Why? Because I'm using Elemental Shaman, and I'm just used to it. So, whichever you pick, it's fine. They're both good, you know, just... I think you just have to get used a little bit to Gust of Wind if you want to run that, like me. Astral Shift, of course, we're running Nature's Guardian, another defensive, very nice. This, well, we have to commit 3 points to get this. I mean, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Wind Shear, very nice. We need Kick, and this buffs it a lot. So, you know, 15% for 12 seconds is pretty damn big. It's pretty damn big. Plus, we need 1 to get to the Hex. Or we need to go into Earth Elemental. Okay, so we'll get to that. Stamina we want. Now we have another choice here. Are we clicking Astral Shift often? Or do we click it like once per game and that's it? The game will be done. So if we do that, we can go with this. If we click it twice per game or more, we can go with this because, well, it's reducing the cooldown. Makes you, you know, be able to click it twice or 3 times in a shuffle or in a round. Very nice movement speed. We love movement speed. Healing Stream Totem, very good ability, but we have to go with this then as well. Well, we don't have to, but it helps. But we just don't have enough nodes, points, to get into this. Like, I really like this, but unfortunately, we have better options, okay? We have better options. Earth Grab Totem, of course, Root, we need it, it's so good. Capacitor Totem, of course, makes us, you know, set up our burst, set up AoE stun, very good. Mastering Priest, of course, course, we talked about this. Now, this row is a little bit tricky. So, first thing we want to know is we want to get the Hex and we want to get Nature's Fury. So, we have a few options, right? Either we can go 1 point with Cleanse Spirit. Boom. Removing curses like a Hex from a Shaman, stuff like that, right? Or we go 1 point here, which is kind of, yeah, whatever. But if you take this, it's going to become very good, right? So either we go 2 points here or 1 point here to unlock this node, okay? Or we could do something like this, right? Now what this does is a little bit more defensive option, and we get 15% max HP. So you just have to decide, okay, I value HP more than the speed here. I'm gonna go this way. If I value the speed in the matchup, I'm gonna go this way, right? But if you go this way, we can remove, you know, if we have D-Curse, we don't need to go here. But if we don't need the D-Curse, we kinda need to go here, right? To unlock this tree. Okay, you get it? Then, let's say it's like this. We don't need D-Curse, but we value speed over the HP in the matchup. Then we're gonna go with Totemic Projection. It's not needed if you're new, but it's very good to have. It's increasing the skill cap of the Shaman. So once you get used to this, it's very nice ability. It's so good. Boom. 1 point here, definitely. All of these, don't even think about it. They're locked in. They're so good. Now, I like to go with this. Reducing the Hex cooldown by 15 seconds. It's going to reduce it to only 15 seconds. It's very nice, very good. Oh, I love this. And of course, Tremor Totem, removing the fears from the healer, from the DPS. Very useful. Okay. Now, if you don't need fear removal, boom, we can put it into curse removal. If you don't need either of those, we can put it into this. Bring our healer a little bit of mana. We might lose on a healer mana matchup, so why not go into this? Yeah, it's very minimal, but I don't know, you're fighting two holy priests, the game is very equal. Boom, the one that loses the mana first will win. So this is very, very niche. It's gonna work in like 1 out of 50 rounds, maybe even less. But yeah, it could come in useful. So it's a good talent as well. Okay, so that will be my left tree. Everything else, these are kind of for Resto Shaman and Elemental Shaman nodes, don't even think about it. This is just, you have to commit too much again, 2 points. It's way too much. If it was one node, we'll be probably running this for 20 seconds, but 2 nodes for 20 seconds feel too much. This again, too big commitment. This is nice, but we have better options. This is nice, but we have better options, okay? Now the right tree is pretty much locked in, except one thing that we can move around, and this would be this. Okay, we can put it here. That's it. So whatever you think is better, take it. Honestly, I'm running this. I could, like, you probably won't even notice the difference, okay? This is it for the right tree. Now for the mid tree, again, it's pretty much locked in. This, in my opinion, is better than this. This is better than this. And this is better than this. In my opinion, I would never change any of these, and I would leave it at that. Now, PvP talents. Always run Shamanism. I mean, we all know this, right? We all know this. It's insane. This is the staple of Enhancement Shaman. Like, without this, it just doesn't feel good to play it. Like, if this got removed, I would hate it. Like, I don't want to ever play without this talent. They should even put it in the maybe baseline tree, because it's so good. It's so enjoyable, right? We want to run this always. Now, the next one. I always run Grounding Totem, but we could say it's interchangeable. We could say it. There's usually something to ground, but in some cases where there's nothing to ground, we don't need to run it. For example, we're playing against double warrior and I don't know. Give me a healer with, let's say, holy priest, discipline priest. You know, it doesn't have targetable CC like a clone, for example. So let's say that matchup, then we could skip it, right? We could skip it. Now, for what could we skip it? Totem of Wrath just increases our full team damage, so of course, very good option. Second best option, right? Then we have the Counter-Strike Totem. Counter-Strike Totem is always solid, you know? It's always good. But we just have better options. We just have better options. Static Field Totem, again, very strong totem. You can make big plays with this, especially if you're playing with, for example, let's say you're playing with a Windwalker. Boom, you can grab all three, move them, and he can do a big leg sweep, right? So it's a, let's call it a Playmaker Totem. Electrocute, it's pretty much the worst out of all PvP talents. I mean, it's okay, but we have so much better options, right? Lightning Lasso, it's good, but again, we have better options. We have better options, right? So maybe in a duel, maybe in a world PvP, but in arena, we don't really have space for Lightning Lasso, right? Anymore. Unfortunately, it got moved into PvP talents. Burrow, another defensive option. Okay. I would say grounding is more important than Burrow. So all I said for grounding here applies, right? There's higher chance we won't need Burrow than grounding, right? There's 99% of the games will need grounding, and Burrow we can skip like 50% of the games, and then again we can pick any of the 1, 2, 3. I would say these three are the best. These two are very insanely situational, right? Burrow just another defensive to help our healer if we get CC'd, right? Especially now with all the sub-rogues and bursty classes one-shots, right? Okay, that covers that. Let's get into Stormbringer. So, Stormbringer. I won't go again through the left tree. Go to the Totemic if you want to see that, because it's pretty much the same. Now on the right tree we have changes, and a lot of changes. And we have, I would say, 2 different variations of the right tree. Okay, so let's get into that. Now, we removed all of these talents from the right side, as you can see. We put them here, we put them all over here, right? And we're running Ascendance, so that's the big difference between Stormbringer and the Totemic. Now, the only changeable thing into this variation of the tree is we can change between these two. Well, they pretty much, both of them do nothing, so, you know, pick whichever you think is less useless. But outside of that, the second variation would be we can remove these 2 points and put it into wolves and here. Now, which one is better? I personally prefer this one because of the 15% haste, nothing else. Outside of that haste, this one will be better, of course. But this one is just good because of that haste buff, you know. So it's a very minimal difference, okay? Just pick whichever one you want, okay, between these two. And then, as I said, these 2 useless points. Now for the mid tree, it's pretty much looking, guys, okay? This one is better than this. This one is better than this. And this one is better than this. Since we have a surging kind of baseline now, right? So, okay, the most important part. How to burst, how to do damage, how to pump. By the way, if you're enjoying this, drop the like and subscribe to the boy, and let's get started. Okay, let me explain first. What do we do? Well, first we want to have all the buffs up, right? So, do that first. Next, we want to have Voltaic Blaze debuff on the enemy. In case they get dispelled, they're gonna, you know, the healer's gonna get knocked, all that good stuff. Plus, it goes with our Lava Lash if the victim has Flame Shock, right? Second thing, all those things are done. Now we can start our burst, right? We're gonna Surging Totem. We're gonna Doomwind's Bloodlust. We're gonna Sundering into Primordial Storm with 10 Maelstrom, so it does the most damage. And then we're gonna try to get as much as Lava Lash as possible. We'll be spending our Maelstrom to reduce the cooldown of Lava Lash. And that's why we have the hot hand buff, right? So let me show you how it's done. And then after that, after the burst is done, we will have a normal rotation priority list outside of the burst, okay? So for the burst, just follow everything I told you, right? We wanna have all of that. We're gonna Surging Totem, we're gonna Bloodlust Doomwinds, Sundering into Primordial Storm, into Lava Lash spam as whenever we can. And if we can't, we're gonna spend our Maelstrom onto the bolts, so we reduce the Lava Lash cooldown, and yeah, pretty much that, right? So by the way, if we can't neither Lava Lash nor Lightning Bolt, then we're gonna just Storm Strike. If we can't Storm Strike, well, we're gonna Voltaic Blaze. If we can't even do that, but you know that's never gonna happen. But if it could not happen, we're gonna Crash Lightning. Okay, so let's get going. Okay. So, that's pretty much our burst. I don't know why details is not working, but it's gonna be like 100k DPS. Okay, so we are pretty much outside of our burst now, right? And our damage priority will be. So first we'll have our apply our Flame Shock, boom, number 1. Number 2, Lava Lash with Hot Hands, right? Then spending our Maelstrom on Lightning Bolt. Then we have the Storm Strike. Then we have the normal Voltaic Blaze. Then at the last spot, we have the Crash Lightning. And actually at the last spot is the Lava Lash with no hot hands, okay? Because, well, at least this does something, and Lava Lash is pretty weak without hot hands, okay? So yeah, that would be the normal damage priority. And, well, outside of that, we use our utility, CC, Purge, all that good stuff, right? Oh, hey, what is this? What is this? What's with the Shaman? So, Stormbringer will be way more simple. We'll start pretty much the same way, buff up, apply Voltaic Blaze on the enemy target, and we can immediately start pumping. So, if you're running this tree, you're gonna first Sunder, so we get that haste buff. If we are not running this, then we can immediately start pumping, without pressing anything. So we're just gonna do this, we're gonna Sunder for the haste buff, and then we're gonna explode and spam Wind Strike. That's it. We're just spamming Wind Strike. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing else. We're spamming Wind Strike. Okay? And that's why it's so simple. But it spawns hard, look. We're doing 100k easy. Okay, easy. Now, if for some reason we're out of Wind Strike, for example, Rogue dodged it or Warrior parried it or whatever, we are out of Wind Strike. We can't click it. What do we click in Ascendance? We can click Crash Lightning. If we can't click that either, we can click Voltaic Blaze. Okay? Now, outside of Ascendance, okay, so we don't have Ascendance, what do? Our damage priority, boom, once again, Voltaic Blaze at the top. Then second, we have a Lightning Bolt with 10 Maelstrom. Then we have Storm Strike. And then we have Crash Lightning. And then we have Lava Lash. As simple as that. Just follow that and you'll be good to go until your next Ascendance. And then we get our next Ascendance and we start pumping again. Just spamming that Wind Strike, right? And yeah. Let's get into CC, utility, and defensives. So, Shaman is one of the most backed classes with utility, if you don't count Paladin, I guess. So let's start with utility. Grounding, boom. Any projectile, pretty much you can ground. For example, Chaos Bolt, you can ground. Freezing Trap, you can ground. Cyclone, all the good stuff, right? What else do we have for utility? Tremor, removing fear, charm, sleep, right? So you have to be on the lookout for that. You can do it before it gets, before it happens or after it happens. Doesn't matter. Okay. Decurse, removing hexes, curses from the warlock. So many stuff. We have water walking, utility, walking on the water, right? Earthshot, applying Earthshot to our teammates. They are getting healed by this. Very nice. Well, we have our personal buffs, all of these, right? Applying Sky Fury, don't forget that. 2% mastery, very nice. We have Wind Rush Totem. Okay, removing slows. We put this and any slow we have, it's removed, right? And it's giving us speed. We have Purge, removing 2 buffs from the enemy. Very nice. Okay. For utility, we have Kick. Well, we all know that. We have Earth Grab Totem, a root, very useful. And for utility, that's pretty much it. Except we get Healing Surge. Our teammates, if they're dying, very useful, right? You're probably never gonna go and cast it because you want to be pumping damage, but just in some occasion where someone is like 1% healer is CC'd, you can do that, right? So don't forget that. And we have our Totemic Projection, for example. Boom. Well, this will be combined with Capacitor Totem, which is CC. We don't have much CC, right? But let's talk about the Capacitor. Boom. It's gonna stun after 2 seconds, right? So we can throw it here, then we can move it. Boom. For a surprise stun, right? Yeah, they have less time to react. So that's another utility we have, right? And we have our Healing Stream Totem, which, well, we'll not be using on this season, on Enhancement. But, yeah. Now, let's finish the CC. So, Capacitor Totem we talked about. And the last CC we have is Hex. You kind of want to be hexing. You know, whenever you feel like your burst is ready or you can pull a kill, right? You don't want to be just spamming it randomly. You want to save it because it has cooldown. It's not spammable. For example, like a Fear. Fear is spammable. You can spam it. Hex you can't. It has cooldown, so you want to be smart with it. And we have Lightning Glass, so, well, we're not going to use this, like, ever. So, no point to talk about it. Defensives. Again, our self-healing. Big defensive, right? Our mobility is a good defensive as well. And utility, boom. Root, speed, wolf, all that is good defensive. Grounding we talked about. Burrow. Let's say it's like a hunter turtle. You can die in it, but you're untargetable. So be careful, don't burrow too late, because you can die in it, but because it's not like an ice block, it's not like a bubble. So be careful with that. Astral Shift, a pretty significant wall. Okay, so definitely good. And Nature's Guardian, very self-explanatory, right? Okay, that's pretty much it for our defensives. And the only thing I forgot to say is for utility, Fair Lunge, very good. If you have no way of reaching a target, just lunge, very simple, right? Better than to run to it. Okay, I think we covered everything here. So for the macros, I would definitely recommend doing Bloodlust with Ascendance or Doom Winds, depending which hero talent tree you're into one button. Just depends. Are you playing Totemic or are you playing Stormbringer? Other than that, cursor macros for the totems. Okay, Capacitor, Earth Grab, Wind Rush, all the good stuff, right? All of these. Decurse for your teammates. Hex 1, 2, 3 for the enemies. Kick 1, 2, 3 for the enemies. Purge 1, 2, 3 for the enemies. And that's it. That's pretty much it. For the macros I use. And for the addons, I have a full 20-minute video on all my addons and how to set them up. And on my Discord with the import links, codes, right? My profile. So check that out if you want. And yeah, Shuffle, Blitz, 2s, 3s. How is Enhancement looking? Looking pretty damn good right now. So let's start with the Shuffle. In Shuffle, I would give it a strong A tier. It's really good. It's blasting, it's deleting people in seconds. It has really strong pressure. And, you know, at the higher ratings, people will know how to shut you down, but at low ratings, you're gonna be a menace, okay? Now, for 2s. Unfortunately, this is always the worst bracket for Enhancement Shaman. And healers for 2s are gonna be like a little bit more offensive healers, maybe like a Press Evoker, maybe like a Mist Weaver, or even a Void Weaver. So probably one of those, since you don't have a Mortal Wound, you'll be losing a long game, so you'll need a healer that can help you pump. Okay? Now, Enhancement is one of the classes that actually can play double DPS in 2s, since you have good sustain, you have good utility, you have strong burst, which... who to pair it with? It's probably gonna be like a Sub-Rogue is gonna be good, Red Paladin is gonna be good, Windwalker could work, stuff like that, you know? Now, for 3s, super strong in 3s. Probably the best bet for you is gonna be a Warrior. Either Arms, Fury, whatever. A Windwalker, very good. Sub-Rogue works very well as well. You both have insane burst. And then, you know, Smoke Bomb, someone's gonna get deleted. Outside of that, those will be my top picks, okay? Those will be my top picks. Now, would I play with ranged? Probably not. Again, you don't have Mortal Wounds effect. So the only range that you could possibly play, I guess, with is Demolock, right? He's the only one with it. So if you want to do that, do it. Now, Blitz, honestly, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can duel almost anyone. If you have Trinket, you can win Rogue if you outplay him. It's a very tough matchup, but it's possible in some occasions if he has, you know, missing a... But it's very tough. Now, everyone else, even Red Paladin, you can win, definitely. Okay? So you're very good 1-in-1. Teamfight's not that strong, but again, the power of the 1-in-1 is really strong. Okay? So, cap bases, we covered flags, you can delete the flag easily, right? You're gonna delete, if he has multiple stacks, you're just gonna blast through all the stacks, delete the guy immediately, right? So, in Blitz, it's looking pretty damn good. Now, let's get into strength and difficulty. So, the document from the last year when I was pushing every single class to Elite, I haven't covered Shaman there because I didn't do a guide for Shaman, we didn't have time. But we're gonna do it now, and let's rate the strength and difficulty. Strength 0, the weakest, 10 the strongest, difficulty 0 the easiest, 10 the most hard, right? Hardest. So, for Totemic, right now I would give honestly strength 9 out of 10. It's really good. It's really good. Stormbringer, I'm gonna give it an 8. We're talking about Totemic potential against Stormbringer potential. I believe Totemic has definitely more potential. It's harder, but it has more potential. Okay. Now for difficulty, I think Totemic is gonna be 8.5. Probably one of the hardest melee hero talents to play. As we can see, same for Aldraki, Havoc, way harder than Felskard, right? So Totemic will be pretty damn hard, okay? For Stormbringer, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5. It's very simple, but it's a Shaman, you know? The burst rotation is very simple, you just press one button. But it's a Shaman, so, you know, this 5 points is for the Shaman, the 0.5 points is for the Stormbringer, right? So, but to get to Elite, it's very deflated season. Shaman overall is a very hard class. I mean, not very hard class, because, you know, there are few harder ones, not many, but just few. So we're gonna leave this at 8, I think. I think 8 is fair to get Elite. Now if we get some MMR injection from Blizzard, we could bump it down maybe to 7, but I definitely wouldn't go below 7, okay? And yeah, we'll see how the Elemental Shaman is. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, drop the like and sub to your boy. Now I'll be posting a shuffle game. Pretty tough lobby. Double mage red. You know, not easy. So check that out so you have some gameplay reference. Other than that, I'll be doing some elemental shaman tonight, and we'll be posting a guide for that soon as well. So, you know, stay tuned for that. And let's get into the game. Round. Fuck my off. Crazy. I'm gonna burrow. Fuck it. Ooh. I got the spell bubble. Yo, Ad Brewer, what's up, brother? Man, these niggas! I love to delete them. Nothing more satisfying. Ooh, that's another one. We're gonna ground it immediately. And honestly, I might go for a hex here. Oh no, I got locked, of course. What was I thinking? I'm going for this guy, because the other guy has debuff coming here. Or if I could move. Oh my god, what a matchup, what a matchup. What a matchup. Look at this. Yeah, mage is pumping, yeah. I wanna enter this, so they break it? Oh, they didn't even go out. Go! That's how we delete the mages. Man, I hate them. You can't play the game. You can't play the game. Wish I could send a photo on the stationary bar queen dungeons Lamana. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Starting to play Affliction, it feels awesome. Really? I love Affliction. Really. Can't wait to try it. Yeah. Let's ground. Oh, I don't have the purge. We'll wait. Guard first. Oh my god, that was so close. It just... Oh, get me out! They all pretty much died. Hard to play? Yeah, Affliction's hard to play. I always want to play Affliction. Time is the time. For me, it's hardest shit I played in a while. Affliction is the hardest, for sure. Affliction and Outlaw. It's really hard. It's really hard. It's glass cannon. I think it's pretty tanky though. I think it's pretty tanky. Every lobby I'm top damage, but survivability is shit. You need to improve moon gates and circle. Yeah, I mean baseline it's tanky, but you get tunneled every game, so you know there's a problem here. Like you're always the focus, right? Right into the Ring of Peace. Miguel plays it. Affliction, he says, more or less. Kick hunt if you play against Affliction, that's true. A lot of damage comes from it and no one knows. Everyone focus on Harvest. Yeah, Haunt is the biggest damage dealer, yeah. Harvest, honestly I didn't even read what it does. It's a channel though, right? Oh no, I fucked up. And boy, are we gonna kick Ray of Frost? Like that. Hey baby, let's go. Aspersion altars, of course, bro. Blood is a beast. Indeed. When I'm with DKs, everyone target DKs, I don't know why. Well, DK is kind of squishy, I ain't gonna lie. DK is feels squishy. I mean, just depends what lobby it is, but DK is kind of squishy. I mean, except if you're playing Affliction, DK hard counters Affliction, that's for sure. Rank 1 enhancement or lucky? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yo, thank you for the follow, bro. Ah, unlucky. Really unlucky. Ah, instant kick. Oh, my bad. I think they're out of defenses. Oh my god, they have so much defenses! Oh, we died! This was so close. This was so close. What can you do? They have literally 20 defenses to go through. Immunities, I mean. Unfortunate, unfortunate.